All right, I usually don't talk before a set, but I want to welcome you for what will be the final Seldom Sober set. This is a song we've done for a long time, but we haven't done it in a couple of years, nor have we practiced it recently. But I want to do it one last time because there's this great fiddle tune called The Musical Priest that Colleen plays, and it's a great fiddle tune.
That I haven't played in a really long time.
And I didn't go over the words when I had time this afternoon either, so we'll see if we're as professional as we think we are. This is a song called As I Wrote Out. Oh, by the way, we see a lot of Seldom Sober shirts out there. I have a blue Sharpie in my pocket. If you want Colleen to sign your shirt, she just might. I'm not trying to put her up to stuff, but you know, got to make her feel famous on her way out. Who are you, my pretty fair maiden? Who are you, my honey? Who are you, my pretty fair maiden? Who are you, my honey? She answered me quite honestly, I am me mother's darling, with me too, I foot diddle dum, to I foot a diddle dairy-o. When you come to me mother's house, and the moon is shining clearly, you come to me mother's house, and the moon is shining clearly, I'll open the door and I'll let you in. Devil the one will hear us with me too. I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. So I went to her house on the top of the hill when the moon was shining clearly. Went to her house on the top of the hill when the moon was shining clearly. She opened the door and she let me in. Devil the one did hear us with me too. I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. By the bridle and bit, led him to the stable. Took me horse by the bridle and bit, led him to the stable. Soldier's horse to eat it if he's able. With me too, I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. And she took me by the lily white hand and she led me to the table. Took me by the lily white hand and she led me to the table. Plenty of wine for a soldier boy to drink it if he's able. With me too, I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. And I got up and I made the bed, made it nice and easy. I got up and I made the bed, made it nice and easy. I got up and laid her down, saying, lassie, are you able? With me too, I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. There we lay till the break of day, devil the one did hear us. There we lay till the break of day, devil the one did hear us. I arose, put on my clothes, saying, lassie, I must leave you. With me too, I foot diddle dum, tur I foot a diddle dairy-o. And when will you return again? When will we get married? When will you return again? When will we get married? When broken shells make Christmas bells, we might well get married. With me too, I You know, believe it or not, Seldom Sober has 2 professional music videos actually shot and edited by a professional videographer. That was one of the songs we did. Dan O'Connell, my new partner, was nice enough to let us borrow his pub to make that recording. And I'm gonna tell on Colleen now. Back in 2019, one of the highlights of my career, we got to play at the Charleston Music Hall. You know, and it was pretty cool to sit in the green room knowing that Art Garfunkel had sat in the same green room. And we sang that song, and Colleen was right next to me. And there's a line in there, she took my horse by the bridle and bit. There's a lot of B's in there. It's very alliterative, and it's kind of a tongue twister. And I kind of tripped over it, and Colleen laughed at me on stage.
As I do. Susie said the exact same thing.
So, do you feel like singing? Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to do Country Roads. Yeah. We did this a couple months ago for the people up in Hilton Head, and I tripped over a chord and embarrassed myself. We did it on our Facebook show last week and did a much better job. So the question is, which version is coming out tonight?
Who cares?
So we'll see, but please join us along on the chorus here, and we'll remember John Denver. You know, I saw John Denver in concert twice, and the last time I saw him was just a couple weeks before he died. I'll tell you a quick story about Liam Clancy. He had a devilish sense of humor, and I was with him. You be quiet. I was with him once, and he said, and John Denver, and everyone's saying, oh, at least he died doing what he loved doing, crashing into the fucking ocean. That's how Liam Clancy could be when he was drinking. So here's Country Roads. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, very good. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine and a teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, come on. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, one more time. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, well, take me home. Country roads, well, take me home down those country roads. All right, give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. I believe Colleen has prepared another set of fiddle tunes for you. And by prepare, I mean she's looking at her notebook right now. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're going to play the Maggie's Pancakes set. This is a brilliant set of reels. The second tune is called Maggie's Pancakes. Yes, you are correct. It was written in honor of a woman named Maggie whose pancakes are so amazing they must be celebrated musically worldwide. And Colleen's a bit of a poet, the way she puts things together. You know, we did a set list once where she put a song called The Lowlands of Holland next to a tune called The Hills of New Zealand. See what she did there? But Maggie's Pancakes, the second tune in the set, is a Scottish tune. And the first tune is an Irish tune called Paddy's Trip to Scotland. So you see, Paddy goes to Scotland. He experiences the magnificence of Maggie's Pancakes. When he returns, he is never the same, and you will never be the same after you hear my good friend Colleen play Maggie's Pancakes. But no pressure, Colleen. No pressure whatsoever. Well, if you ever feel like raising a glass and reliving tonight, or if you want to share with your friends, keep an eye on the Seldom Sober Facebook page. I told you I'm recording the show through the sound system, and we've got some people taking videos, and we're going to try to upload a bunch of stuff to YouTube and post it on the Facebook page, and you can send it to your friends and show them what they missed, or just raise a pint and relive this night with us. Colleen shares her family with me, and our cousin Susie flew all the way down from New York just to be here tonight, you know. And she's taken some videos for us. She's going to take a video of our finale, which is coming up a little bit too quickly for my tastes. But I want to do a song called Three Jolly Coachmen. I used to do this with my band back in Massachusetts. And every time we did it, I thought the theme tune to Bonanza would make a great instrumental break in the middle of this song. And when Colleen and I started doing it, the theme to Bonanza is a mandolin tune, and I didn't really think it would sound that great with fiddle. So I said, there must be another TV theme that we can put in this song as an instrumental break, and I went through the Brady Bunch and everything, and came up with one. Feel free to whistle along when we get there. Hopefully you'll all recognize it. I know most of the people in here are old enough to remember the show. So this is a fun song called Three Jolly Coachmen. After every second verse.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got you.
Thanks.
Fun song from the Kingston Trio, the great, great Kingston Trio. 1, 2, and 3 jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern. 3 jolly coachmen sat in an English tavern, and they decided, and they decided, and they decided to have another flagon. Landlord, fill the flowing bowl until it doth run over. Landlord, fill the flowing bowl until it doth run over. For tonight will mere I be, for tonight will mere I be, for tonight will mere I be. Tomorrow we'll be sober. What? That's right, I'm old enough to remember the Andy Griffith Show. Here's to the man who drinks dark ale and goes to bed quite mellow. Here's to the man who drinks dark ale and goes to bed quite mellow. He lives as he ought to live, lives as he ought to live, lives as he ought to live. He'll die a jolly good fellow. Here's to the man drinks water pure and goes to bed quite sober. Here's to the man drinks water pure and goes to bed quite sober. He falls as the leaves do fall, falls as the leaves do fall, falls as the leaves do fall. He'll die before October. Here's to the maid who steals a kiss and runs to tell her mother. Here's to the maid who steals a kiss and runs to tell her mother. She's a foolish, foolish thing. She's a foolish, foolish thing. She's a foolish, foolish thing. For she'll not get another pity. Here's to the maid who steals a kiss and stays to steal another. Here's to the maid who steals a kiss and stays to steal another. She's a boon to all mankind. She's a boon to all mankind. She's a boon to all mankind. For soon she'll be a mother. Thank you. Colleen's a really good sport about everything. I send her these wacky texts, and I'm just like, yeah, could I sing a song and have you play the Andy Griffith theme song in the middle? And she's like, thumbs up,
Yeah, and after 17 years, I'm just sick of it. I'm out of here. Just kidding.
There's the joke I've been waiting for all night. All right. Was that 1 or 2 from me? I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to do? I think it was my first.
Okay.
We're gonna do a song called Roddy McCorley. I never cared much for this song, and then in 1995, I heard the Clancy Brothers do it live with Robbie O'Connell, and man, it just blew me away. Well, we have an instrumental break. It changes the whole thing up and changes how I have to do it, but it's a good thing. They just did all 4 verses straight through. And they started off with this moderate energy, but, there, feeling it. Unison. And then developed, just crescendoed into harmony. And the last verse, these mostly older guys up there, this last verse, just an explosion of testosterone and emotion and all kinds of stuff. And I was just floored, and I've been singing this song ever since. And of course, I can't do with one voice what they did with 4 voices, but I've always loved, I made sure I wanted to do this song tonight because I've always loved what we've done with it. And Dan and I will keep doing it, but this is Roddy McCordy. A lot of people, including myself for many years, falsely introduced this as he was one of the heroes of 1798 and was hanged because of his participation. In actuality, we don't even know if he really participated in the rebellion of 1798, but he did get in with an underground group called Archer's Gang and was rooted out in 1802 and hanged on the Bridge of Tuam. This is Roddy McCordy. Oh, see the fleet-foot hosts of men who march with faces one. From farmstead and from fisher's cot, along the banks of Man, they come with vengeance in their eyes, but too late are they. For young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the Bridge of Tuam today. Up the narrow street he stepped, smiling, proud and young. About the hemp rope on his neck and the golden ringlets clung. There is never a tear in his blue eyes, both glad and bright are they. For young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the Bridge of Tuam today. When he last stepped up that street, his shining pike in hand, behind him marched in grim array a stalwart, earnest band. For Antrim town, he led them to the fray. Young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the Bridge of Tuam today. Oh, there's never one of all your dead more bravely fell in fray than he who marches to his fate on the Bridge of Tuam today. True to the last, he treads the upward way. Young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the Bridge of Tuam today. All right, thank you. Go over a couple of minutes. After this, can we do, if I ever leave the shorter line, then we'll do the ferry name?
Yeah, what time is it?
13 hours.
Well, let's just do those. I mean, I can keep going.
No, you have to play some tunes. This is your finale. We're just working out the set list. What do you got?
All right, you got focus. John Ryan's first, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And then
Okay, so we're gonna play some polkas, and the second polka in this set is actually from Finland, if you can believe it. And it's called the Finnish polka. And I always enjoyed playing this polka, but now I feel a really deep spiritual connection to it because I had my DNA tested on Ancestry and I found out that I'm 1% Finnish. So please don't disrespect my people when we play this tune. All right. Well, we're going to do two more that'll push us over just a couple of minutes, but bear with us. You know, if enough people come up and ask if you know any flogging Molly, eventually you have to learn something. So we learned this, but Dave, who owns the brewery here, used to own a pub called Fiorua. We used to play there, and a young lady came up and asked if we knew any flogging Molly, and it was probably the 15th time we'd been asked that, and Colleen informed me that I would be learning this next song, but it's a good one. Someone asked for this recently, and we almost got it right. We came very close. We came very close. But, not making any promises, but I did practice today. So we'll see. This is called If I Ever Leave This World Alive. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I ever leave this world alive, if I ever leave this world alive, I'll take on all the sadness that I left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. So when in doubt, just call my name just before you go insane. If I ever leave this world, hey, I may never leave this world, but if I ever leave this world alive, she said, I'm okay, I'm all right, though you have gone from my life. You said that it would, now everything should be all right. She said, I'm okay, I'm all right, though you have gone from my life. You said that it would, now everything should be all right. It'll be all right. All right. Well, I have some bad news for you. The end is here. Known for years this was going to happen, but it doesn't feel real for it to be here. We want to thank a lot of people. First of all, we want to thank each and every one of you. If I could thank you individually, I would. So many familiar faces, going back to Kevin Barry's, going back a long ways, newer faces, everything. We appreciate everybody's support. I hope you'll keep coming to see me, but tonight's about sending Colleen off, so can we give her a hand?
Oh, sit down. Sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down. Seriously, sit down. Sit down. I can't. This is.
We want to thank Dave. If it wasn't for Dave Goodell, we would have had to retire, both of us, after the pandemic. Dave's the one who gave us enough gigs to stay sharp and keep going and wait for other gigs to come around. If it wasn't for him, tonight wouldn't be happening in a lot of different ways.
I love you, Dave.
Yep. And he's going to keep hiring Dan and me, so we'll still have a home here. Nevada has been a great fan of ours. She always sings along to Alice every single time. But we're going to finish up with a song about hope and love and changing with the times. It's a song from Dublin. For those of you who don't already know, we had to change the name of this song. It was written about 40 years ago, and it was called The Ferryman. But you can't say things like that anymore because it's not inclusive. So we call it The Ferry Individual. We tried calling it The Ferry Person, but that was offensive to felines. We got some really angry letters about that. So this is a song written by Pete St. John. It's followed by a fiddle tune called The Mason's Apron. And again, we want to thank all of you for coming to our last show. And we are going to tear this up and send you on your way, hopefully happy. All the little boats are gone from the docks of Aniliffe. Ferryman is stranded on the quay, and the Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone. Molly, it was part of you and me, where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey. You'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. It was the only job I knew. It was hard but never lonely. Liffey Ferry made a man of me. And it's gone without a whisper, forgotten even now. And it's over, Molly, over, can't you see? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. So now I'll spin my arms, I'll spend my days a-talking. I'll hear them whisper, Charlie's on the dole. But Molly, we're still living, darling, we're still young. River never owned me, heart and soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Seldom Sober. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. You want to do the Wild Rover or something? Changes and Believers, yeah. All right, we'll do one more for you. This is a song, a lot of people associate this with our five-piece band, the Savannah Cayley Band, but it actually started out with Seldom Sober first. It's a great song written by the same guy who wrote the last song. It's called Dreamers and Believers. And I'll tell you, this is how amazing it's been. This is even many years ago. Colleen and I hadn't even been playing together that long. We were playing the Savannah Folk Festival. We were playing in Ellis Square with the five-piece band. And while I was introducing this song, I decided to start it a completely different way that we had never talked about or practiced. And I started doing it, and Colleen knew exactly what I was thinking and just jumped in exactly where I wanted her to. It was amazing. Do you remember that?
I don't.
She doesn't remember that. We'll give her a pass.
I don't remember a lot.
That was about 15 years ago. But this is a song about a band that works really hard and never makes it big. Of course, we would know nothing about anything like that. And it really paints a really accurate picture of what it's like to be in a band, and the good times and the tough times when you show up to a pub to play a gig and people would rather play darts than listen to you. And now we played this for our show in March, and we were very nervous about getting it right. Mm-hmm. Kind of feeling the same way right about now, but let's see how it goes.
I've been winging it the whole night, so let's wing this one too.
Another night of playing in the boondocks, another night of crying in our beer, another night of merry, quite contrary, crowds that never came and lug in gear, down the old white line to fame and fortune, maybe next time written in the sky, always some new song to lift our spirits, with dreams don't come true but never die. We are the dreamers and believers, singers and the sinners and the breakers of the mold. We're the lovers and the leavers, lonely self-deceivers. We are the music makers and the hard men for the road. Another night of so-called tour engagements, another dartboard nightmare far from home. Half the band don't talk to one another, the other half are lying on the phone. It's a great life if you just don't weaken, singing songs and selling love sweet dreams. But there's magic when we play together. Don't ask me what it is or what it means. We are the dreamers and believers, singers and the sinners and the breakers of the mold. We're the lovers and the leavers, lonely self-deceivers. We are the music makers and the hard men for the road. You'll see our battle wagons on the highways, making pit stops at 1,000 nameless bars. We're living for the moment and the music, singing songs and reaching for the stars. Sometimes in the heart of all the madness, there are moments money cannot buy, when the singer and the song just come together, and the music is pure magic, and that's why we are are the dreamers and believers, singers and the sinners and the breakers of the mold. We're the lovers and the leavers, lonely self-deceivers. We are the music makers and the hard men for the road. And we are the dreamers and believers, the singers and the sinners and the breakers of the mold. We're the lovers and the leavers, the lonely self-deceivers. We are the music makers and the hard men for the road. Thanks again, everybody, for coming out tonight to see our last show. We'll always be seldom sober. All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're seldom sober.